and thank goodness for differences. What we do often is, in looking out at trends and patterns, we see things that can be brought together that aren't together now. We are people who fuse opposites. That's another definition for creativity, the fusion of opposites. When we started the idea of a natural toothpaste, there was no natural toothpaste. People didn't even know what I meant by a natural toothpaste. And so we had to define it, or a natural deodorant, or a natural mouthwash, and so forth. Now I'm embarking on another business because, like my wife, who is an artist, I don't plan to put down my art because I have sold Toms of Maine, and I'm 66 years of age and want to just have open playtime all my life. I want to use my gifts. I want to use my talents. And so I decided, after a trip to Wales with my oldest son on a walking vacation, hill and dale from farmhouse to farmhouse, that sheep, because that's all I saw, there are 3 times as many sheep as people in Wales. Sheep aren't that bad. I mean, they're actually, they're not stupid. They're cute. They're wily, and they're vulnerable. And when you think about what we wear, and you think about the environmental conditions of indoor space or outdoors, whether climate control or however you look at the idea of temperature, we are likely to be colder and colder. Maybe we're growing older and we get colder, or maybe thermostats are being turned down, but whatever the case is, environments are getting colder and we need to be warmer. And the funny thing about being warm is that when we're warm, we don't think about being uncomfortable at all day long. And to be able to work indoors or outdoors, or going from indoors and outdoors all day long, and being comfortable and not thinking about putting on a layer or going to a conference room that's going to be so cold because the air conditioning is up and you're in a meeting that other people are controlling, and what shall you wear and so forth. We just live more and more in environments that are less and less comfortable. And so I thought about wool and America and something to wear that would keep me warm, whether I was out there walking farmhouse to farmhouse, or at home, or at the office. And so Rambler's Way Farm is a business that we created 11 months ago to make very fine fiber worsted woolen garments from Rambouillet sheep, which is America's version of merino, so that people can be wearing something day in and day out, wear it 5 days in a row and it doesn't matter. Very different from poly, and really a wonderful experience. So here again, the entrepreneurial mind is putting together the times we live in, the way we want to live, and a solution that is not imported, but is a solution that is made 100% from Rambouillet wool in America and in our textile firms, those that are left in America, and it's 110% American made, the 10% being the pride that I see in the people's faces that are still in the factories or cutting the garments and so forth. So it really doesn't matter what the product idea is. What excites an entrepreneur is that they know how to conceive concepts and build a system and a product and a team and a business to drive that concept, and to do it before someone else gets there. So that's what I mean by the open space. And there just aren't very many of us. And so the entrepreneur needs support in a very fragile creative journey. The flip side of all the wonders of the entrepreneur is that they are the first person to ruin the place. After all, you built it, and you know, you don't mind putting it at risk because you'll repair it or you'll do another one, whatever. So the second thought I wanted to share with you is the importance of saving the entrepreneur from himself or herself by knowing oneself, knowing what our gifts and strengths are, so that we can surround ourselves and with complementary skills and abilities and experiences, because the journey does take more than that narrow, far-sighted vision that the entrepreneur has. It takes day-to-day details, day-to-day systems. I remember when a banker came in to consider our business, and they sort of looked away from me and looked over at this young man that had come in from Procter & Gamble to help me as a COO, and he says, "Does this company have any systems?" And he just said, you know, and I'm saying to myself, we don't? I thought we had plenty of systems here. So in my case, I have needed the people around me who love being sure that the details and the projects are lined up and are actually that to execute an idea and a plan is possible.